Scott, thank you for joining us. It feels like a while since we've been in match action. We got second place Stockport visiting us this weekend. Can I get your thoughts out of that game?
Yeah, like you say, it's been a long time, so I think the players are itching to get out there soon. We've had a lot of time to prepare for the game. So we've had some really good, positive training sessions, put a lot of detail into the team. And again, we're looking forward to it at home. Obviously, we like playing at home. You know, to see the home fans is always positive, and they support us really well. So yeah, that's good. But we know it's going to be a tough game because Stockport are, like you say, I think second in the division at the moment, and they're there for a reason. And I know we're only 4 games in, but I suggest that they'll probably be in and around that position most of the season. So yeah, we know it's going to be a tough game.
Yeah, now we're on the other side of this sort of miniature 1 week break that we've had. Do you think it's done the players some good? Is it giving you a chance to get some proper minutes in at the training ground, but also a little bit of sort of match rest as well, considering we were pretty much Saturday, Tuesday up until then?
Yeah, I think that was important. We looked at giving them some time off because of that. I think it has been quite relentless from the start of the season, so it was important that they did get some rest within that 2 week period. But it was also important that we got a lot of work done on the training ground as well around that rest. And I think we've got the balance pretty much spot on, according to my head of performance we have anyway. So hopefully we'll see the fruits of that on Saturday.
Yeah, you've already spoke about sort of Stockport's threats. We had 2 very good games with them last season, didn't we? 2, very closely contested matches. So we probably expect nothing different at the weekend. And I suppose we're all doing League 2, very good service at the moment because you've got them and Wrexham up there as well. And, it should be another exciting game against them, as we've seen before.
Yeah, they've got some very good players, not just the starting 11, the lads on the bench as well, and even the lads in the stands. They've got some very, very good players and got a very good manager as well. Dave's done a fantastic job there, and he's a serial winner. And yeah, they've got some good threats, top of the pitch. Carl Wotton, big handful, big, strong, powerful boy, and some good players kind of playing off him in the shape of Louis Barry and Will Collar. They're very good players, and they've got players deeper than them two who are actually really capable footballers. And of course, wide players who cause you problems, and players at the back who are very defensively strong, but also capable of scoring goals on any set pieces as well. So listen, we know what they're capable of. We have to be at our very best and execute our game plan and be on point with everything. And I'm sure we'll be okay if we do that.
Yeah, and we're going to have real hunger, aren't we, to get the winning streak going again, aren't we? Because obviously, on the other side of the break, it was a disappointing defeat to Barnsley. So that hunger to sort of get back to winning ways is going to be really strong, isn't it?
Yeah, of course. And I think the disappointing thing about the Barnsley game was the way we played. I didn't think we played very well in the game. I'll take losing games but playing well, which we did. I felt at Wigan, I thought that we were the better side. We lost the game 1-0. Don't get me wrong, I don't want to lose a game. I want to win a game, and that's what we are. We want to win as many games as we can, but we come away from Wigan relatively happy with the process and how we play. We had all the ball, we had the higher XG, we create chances at that game, we didn't put the ball in the net. If you play that game 99 times out of 100, you probably win it. A large majority of times when you play that. But like I say, we know that this is a hard game. We want to get back into winning ways for sure, but we've got to be on point with everything we do.
The week off could also be a crucial week in getting some of the players that have been injured, getting back. Has that sort of helped in that process? Are we closer to seeing any of the lads that we perhaps haven't seen?
Yeah, I think we're always getting closer. It can be frustrating at times as well because we have to phase them in, and we don't want to phase them in too soon, and then there's a relapse on whatever injury it is. So it's been good, but still we're not full complement yet. We've still got a few that we're waiting on.
Yeah, and as you've already touched on, it'd be good to be back at home in front of a strong home crowd again this weekend. So, as always, get behind the boys in your numbers, and the lads will be sure to give them something to cheer about.
That's one thing that we're never let down by the fans, are we? The fans are so good. We might not perform brilliantly in some games, but the fans always do, don't they? And that's something that we really enjoy obviously playing at home because of the fans, and we come out and applaud them, and we hope that we can give them something to cheer about and to sing about at the end of the game.
Scott, you mentioned obviously Stockport. When we spoke earlier in the week, you said you're not surprised with where they are in the table. What have you seen from them, from what you've seen this season, that is maybe different from last season?
Nothing really that's different, really. I think they play in the same manner. I think they're very capable. I think they've got good players in every position, is what they've got, and they've got good players sitting on the bench, and they've got good players sitting in the stands. And, they're certainly capable of putting passes together and dominating the ball, but they're also capable of going kind of direct off Wootton, but with a real, not just a case of lumping the ball up the pitch, but with, you can see it's coached, and Louis Barry gets in some fantastic positions, as does Will Collar, kind of off Carl Wootton, and they're very capable, and the wide players are very capable as well. And they don't concede very many, so they're a strong team. We know that, they're a very strong team, and like I say, the manager's a very capable manager, and and we know it's going to be a tough game. But like I say, if we've done a lot of work this week, we've put a lot of detail into the players about what we want to do in and out of possession, and if we get it spot on and on point, we've got a chance.
Yeah, and you said that you're likely they'll be there probably near that top end at the end of the season. When you look at the table now, I know it's only 4 games. Is it a good indicator, or generally is it quite just?
No, I don't think so. I think it's probably too early to look and judge and think that's probably where everybody will be, because I don't think it would be. I don't think it will be. I think there's a long way to go, obviously, but I do think that the likes of Wrexham and Stockport will be potentially in and around where they are now.
Yeah, and the squad is still quite in its infancy. They're a new team and that. Do you know your best 11 yet, or are you still working that out, do you think?
I think that you're constantly working that out, even with a team that's not a new team. You're always looking at where we can shift things about and maybe have a different way of attacking or a different way of building, different way of defending. I've got a group of players that's been given to me, and that we can mould into a winning formula that we think, and a team that the supporters can be proud of again. And yes, we had 2 really good, results early part, the first 2 games, obviously, and then we've had 2 kind of poor results. So it potentially might be like that to start with, because of it being a new group. It might be up and down at times, but we're hopeful that, given the hours and the time on the training ground, that we can eventually see a bit of continuity, i.e. with the starting team and also with the way we play. I think there's been times where we've looked amazing. Certainly the Wigan game, didn't win, and then we've looked not amazing, which was the week after against Barnsley. So I think we're going to get that a little bit. I just ask for people to be patient with it.
Yeah, and I think the next couple of weeks we haven't got midweeks. I think it's Saturday. Do you prefer that, or do you like the sort of hustle and bustle of a Saturday, Tuesday? Or?
It don't matter. Listen, I'm not going to say I prefer that, and then, because I don't want to be negative about when we play on a Tuesday, because I think that it is what it is, and we have to prepare and prepare the team accordingly, no matter what, and then recover accordingly and get ready for the next one. If it's Saturday to Saturday, then we can potentially get more work on the training ground and more coaching into them. But listen, players improve by playing games as well. So we're happy for a Saturday, Tuesday. I think normally when you play a Saturday, Tuesday, Saturday, it's normally the 3rd game where you see fatigue. Obviously you saw the Wigan game, we played really well. We then go to Brighton, we play really well, and then we're poor on the 3rd game. And I think that is a factor that I have to maybe consider moving forward about maybe making changes in the 3rd game if we do play Saturday, Tuesday, Saturday.
Yeah, and when we spoke earlier in the week, you mentioned Dion was getting back into training. How's he come through this week? Yeah,
he's done parts of training today. So we're going to see again tomorrow, see where we're at with him. But he did parts of the training today.
Excellent. Thanks, Scott. Good luck.
Thank you.